because you're filming me, it really doesn't intimidate me, it doesn't scare me. Okay?
You
You've got a mask on face like trying to hide your identity, it doesn't scare me.
You don't intimidate me, you can try and arrest me or anything like that.
In this episode, Auditor Gwen is standing outside a government and BBC building, calmly filming from public space when staff suddenly rush out, falsely accusing him of trespassing, despite there being no signage to support the claim. When police arrive, the situation doesn't calm down, it detonates. The officer isn't there to keep the peace. She shows up.
There's a footpath that is public. This is not. This is private.
Why does it say it's private?
It's private property.
Where does it say it's private?
The landlord owns the land.
Who's the landowner?
I don't want to get into an argument with you. I would just like to leave sight if that's possible.
Who is the landlord? No, I'm not going to leave, no.
You're not going to leave?
No, I'm going to wander around.
Anyway, because it's private property and we don't allow you to be filming here.
I just wanted to find out a bit about the Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority, to be honest.
They're not here.
Well, funny how there's a sign in there that says Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority.
So why are you coming investigating the Gangmasters? What reasons do you have for that?
Because I find it interesting.
You find it interesting?
Yeah.
So I've called the police. I'm not going to get into an argument.
Which law do you think I'm breaking?
It's private property.
What law is that then?
And you're not allowed to take videos and photos of the building. It's not acceptable in the business that we're in.
Well, you can, yeah, of course you can. It's a government building.
It's not acceptable.
It's a government building.
Yeah, I know, but we've got procedures in place and people have to get permission to take photos. You've not asked for permission.
Well, surely it's public. If it's a government building, it's owned by the public.
Yeah, I know it's a government building, but it's still classed as private property. The land is owned by somebody else.
She's completely wrong, and here's why. The staff member is confusing ownership with public access rights. A government site may be owned by a department or agency, but that alone does not make it private property in a legal sense. If the public can freely enter the area with no barriers or signage restricting access, it is a publicly accessible space, and filming there is entirely lawful. The claim that permission is required to film is simply false. There is no UK law that prohibits recording a...
See, I know you're filming and stuff. I just want to know what it's about, because obviously this is a government building.
Yep.
What is it about?
It's a government building.
Yeah, but why are you filming it?
I didn't know I needed a reason. Why are you filming me?
Because I'm speaking with you and you're a suspect in an incident where you're filming a government building.
Suspect? That would imply that I've committed a criminal offence.
Listen to me a minute, okay? You're zooming in on people's IDs. I can tell you're one of those bloggers. That's absolutely fine, okay? But you can't be zooming in on people's IDs when this is a government building.
Who says?
It's the law, mate.
What law?
We don't play this game where...
Could you identify yourself, please?
Okay, PC 1191 Mercedes, as you can see by my
Thank you. What
badge.
station are you based out of?
I'm based at Byron House Police Station.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we filming? I don't really get what we're
This is a government building.
Yep.
I pay for it. I can film it.
Okay, so why are you getting mouthy then? Because the thing is that you've been getting mouthy with them.
They were getting mouthy with me. I was perfectly polite till they started giving me attitude.
Yeah, because they're asking why you're filming them when this is a government building and asking for their IDs. It's suspicious.
From the moment the officer arrives, it's clear she has no interest in de-escalation. She isn't there to calm the situation. She's there to dominate it. Her tone and language reek of control, barking orders and demanding compliance. She laughs mockingly, dismisses Gwen as one of them bloggers, and repeatedly calls him mate, a condescending and unprofessional approach that immediately sets the stage for conflict. She also fails to identify herself until Gwen is forced to ask, despite officers being trained to do so at the earliest opportunity. Rather than assess the situation impartially, she brands Gwen as suspicious simply for filming a government building and asking staff for identification. Both actions are entirely...
Okay, what's your name?
I'm not going to give any details.
Okay, you need to give me your details.
No, I don't.
Yes, you have.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I think you need to get your facts straight there.
No, okay, you listen to me now. You've been getting mouthy with these people.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You've been harassing them.
I haven't harassed anyone. They approached me.
Yes, you have. Okay.
That's lies.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't film it on private property.
Yeah, of course.
We've been very reasonable with them, and the attitude that he has with you, he's had with us too.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What was the reason?
There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing.
He said he's interested in the Gangmasters and the Abuse Authority. He's just basically. I don't agree with the word that he's saying.
Alright then.
Okay.
So we would like him removed.
Yeah, of course you can. Is there
I'm in a public place.
No, it's not been threatening, but obviously he's not corresponding with us. I've asked him not to video, I've given us the reasons, which are valid reasons why he's become argumentative, and really I'd just like him to remove on site.
This moment perfectly illustrates how misinformation spirals when people don't understand the law. A staff member tells the officer that Gwen has been argumentative and filming on private property, yet neither claim stands up to scrutiny. There is no restricted access, no clear signage, and no legal barrier preventing him from recording. What makes it worse is that Gwen had already explained exactly why he was there. He stated he was filming in connection with the Gangmasters and Labor Abuse Authority, a legitimate government agency that investigates labor exploitation and modern slavery. The GLAA exists to protect vulnerable workers and hold abusive employees.
Why 2 vehicles on blue lights for somebody not breaking the law?
Because I was told that you were being quite abusive to staff and you were filming a government building.
Well, obviously someone's
in our
lied to you
control
then, haven't they?
system, it's grade 1, which means that we travel on blue lights and sirens.
Okay.
And it's 2 vehicles because we're in a car each, so it's actually only 2 officers.
Okay.
So do you have like a YouTube channel or something?
You know, you were a bit hostile with me to start off with, demanding my details, so I'm not going to give you any information there, thank you.
Are you, so I'm going to need you to leave the premises.
Well, under what law?
Pardon?
Under
It's
what
called
law?
under Section 35 Act, okay? So it's a dispersal order, and I need you to leave this area, okay? Because people don't want here. You've been causing trouble, you've been shouting at them.
I haven't been causing any trouble.
Yes, you
You're
have,
lying
okay?
now.
Stop being argumentative with me.
Stop giving me attitude, no.
No, you've given me attitude from the start, which is on my camera and yours as well.
Demanding my details and things like that straight off the
you
bat.
need to move your stuff. Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm not taking anything. I'm walking with you.
Fine.
This was a clear misuse of Section 35. That power is intended for situations where a person's conduct is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress, or contribute to crime or disorder. Gwen was doing none of those things. He was calmly filming from publicly accessible land. Recording government property from a public place is lawful, protected under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, and supported by NPCC photography guidance. Nothing about his actions came close to meeting the legal threshold required for a dispersal order. What the officer actually did was bend the law to fit her.
Yeah, I've got him on my camera as
Yep.
well. Is this silly?
I've got it all on camera. No, it's not serious. That's your thoughts. I'd rather you keep them to yourself, to be honest. You're a public employee.
Well, what's around here then? Is this your like full-time job then, plug in?
I do all sorts.
What, plug in buildings?
So we're on the public. Can you put the bag down now? We're on the public pavement.
So I don't want you round that private property anymore, okay? If you are caught there again, I will come back and you can be arrested for it, okay? Do you understand
arrested?
that? I'm giving
Under
you a
what
warning
section?
for this now. I'm being quite reasonable with
Okay,
you.
can you tell me which act and which section that is, please?
It's under Section 35 Act, but at the minute I'm giving you a warning.
Section 35
for it.
of what?
Yes, it doesn't matter what.
No, it does
okay?
matter what.
No, okay. This is end of now, okay? Just because you're filming me, it really doesn't intimidate me. It doesn't scare me.
Okay. You don't
You've got a mask
intimidate
on your
me.
face like trying to hide your identity. It doesn't scare me.
You don't intimidate me. You can try and arrest me and
Okay.
anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave now, okay?
This moment exposes just how unfit the officer was to handle the situation. When Gwen calmly asks, Section 35 of what? She snaps back, it doesn't matter what, this is the end of it. That isn't confidence, it's open contempt for accountability. Any officer exercising police powers is required to clearly state the legal authority they're acting under. It's basic procedure. Her refusal to do so strongly suggests she wasn't relying on lawful grounds at all. She was making it up as she went along. She then compounds the problem by accusing Gwen of trying to intimidate her simply because...
And if I catch you on this premises again, okay, it's going to be taken further. You don't need that. You can get on with your day. You can go film some other buildings, okay? Get on with your vlogging business. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is one building that you can't film. Go and film another one.
I'll film what I like them in public.
But that's a private property that you've been on.
Yeah, it's publicly accessible. Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972.
Okay, well done.
However, the bit that you were on was part of private land, so you just weren't allowed on that bit. Okay?
Well, it's not government
That was the
property, is
issue.
it?
Huh?
Is it not government property?
that bit is government property.
it's public property,
However,
isn't it?
no, it did not in this instance, just because of whatever goes on in there, and I've already had word in it. All right. So just because it's a government building doesn't necessarily mean it's always accessible to the public.
Well, I didn't see any signs or anything, Constable.
I
And
appreciate that, and whatever it might have been, we've just tried to sort it out as the lowest level that we possibly can. Okay,
No problem.
Which is why we've just asked you just to move away from the building and just not.
see, that's
just
fine.
not
If
film
your
from
colleague
here,
had
all
asked
right?
as politely as you are
That's what I
right
did
now.
in the first
No, you
place.
didn't. You give me attitude. You give me lip.
Yeah.
You're acting stupid.
I'm not
So
interested in either side now. As long as it's all resolved and we just move on peacefully and quietly. All right.
yeah, it's fine.
You happy with that? Love.
Yeah, see, you've been perfectly quiet. Thank you for
But
that.
what I will say is that my colleague is dead right. We've given you the warning for it. If you come back, you can be arrested for breach of 35 notice.
Which act is that? Sorry,
It's part of the Public Order Act.
Public Order Act.
I'll
Yeah.
read it out for
Yeah,
you.
that's
If that
fine.
makes you feel better, I'll read it out.
So it's literally just that.
So antisocial behaviour crime and policing act 2014.
Do you suspect that I have been committing antisocial behaviour? Because there is a Home Office document that is called the.
Mate,
which
listen, I don't care
in the
about
measure.
the Home
Well, you should care. You should care.
No, I
yes,
should-
yes,
no,
you
'cause
should
you're just
care.
going on- it's
I think you need to get
completely
retrained. You do. I'm going to make a
Right, I
complaint.
think
Yes,
that
I
you
am.
need to move
I'm
away
making
from the area.
no. I'm making a complaint about you.
When-
Professional
that's
standards.
okay, you can do that.
I'm making a professional
Okay.
standards complaint about you. So, yep. Here we go. They'll have that as
got
well.
the details.
Yep. Yep. Thank you.
Alright, we're done then. See you
Okay.
later.
Bye. Bye.
This moment is the final nail in the coffin for the officer's conduct. As Gwen calmly explains his position, even referencing a home office document, she cuts him off mid-sentence with, "Mate, I don't care about it." That isn't authority, it's pure arrogance. She's openly dismissing official guidance from the very department that governs her powers. Talking over him, mocking him, and refusing to listen shows a complete lack of respect for the public she's meant to serve. When Gwen says he will file a complaint with professional standards, it's the only reasonable option left. Sadly, as he later confirmed, it went nowhere, just an automated response from Nottinghamshire Police and no follow-up. That alone says everything. The system designed to hold officers accountable too often ends up shielding them instead. When an officer can behave like this, ignore policy, mock a citizen, and walk away untouched, it's not just a failure of one individual, it's a failure of the system protecting her. From the very start, Gwen was treated not as a citizen with rights, but as a problem to be controlled. Her tone, her arrogance, and her refusal to listen turned a calm, lawful interaction into chaos entirely of her own making. The real irony is that Gwen remained calm, factual, and polite throughout. He understood the legislation and the limits of police power, and that clearly frustrated her. The more reasonable he became, the more unreasonable she acted. When her colleague eventually stepped in, it was immediately obvious how differently this could have gone if she'd shown even a shred of emotional control or respect. It highlighted just how thin the line is between proper policing and an outright abuse of authority. In almost any other profession, that attitude would be grounds for dismissal. Imagine a doctor speaking to a patient like that, or a teacher addressing a parent in that tone. It wouldn't be tolerated. Yet in policing, it's brushed aside with an